It is widely known in politics, but may come as a surprise to you. Members of Congress often use funds donated to their political action committees for personal use. That includes private trips and hiring family members. Sunday night, 60 Minutes correspondent Steve Kroft looks at some examples. Here's a preview.
Until Republican Congressman Ron Paul of Texas retired last year, he seemed to be the leader with 6 family members on the campaign payroll. Daughter's mother-in-law, 3 grandchildren, and a grandchild-in-law, paying them a total of $304,000 over the past 2 election cycles.
For some congressmen and senators, this is sort of a family business.
Absolutely. It's a family business. They have members of their family on the campaign payroll, and they also will often have members of their family who are lobbyists and lobby on issues in which the member may even be working.
We were interested in talking to Republican Congressman Rodney Alexander, who had just retired midterm after winning a campaign with no Democratic opposition last year, a race in which he paid his 2 daughters a total of $130,000.
Good. Congressman?
Yes, sir.
Steve Kroft from 60 Minutes. We just wanted to ask you about both your daughters are on the campaign staff. I mean, the figures that we have, according to the reports, are $73,000 to Lisa Lowe and $57,000 to Ginger.
That's for 2 years. That's for the election cycle.
Mm-hmm. What exactly did they do? Can you tell me?
Do everything that others do for other campaigns.
Whatever they did, it couldn't have been that stressful. Alexander won 78% of the vote against a Libertarian candidate who wanted to abolish the IRS.
I mean, to some people, it just looks like you're using your campaign fund to enrich your family.
Well, somebody has to do that work, Steve.
So you kept it in the family?
Well, I kept it with somebody that I can trust. And if one can't trust their daughter, then who can they trust?
Steve Kroft is with us now. It's legal. Everybody knows about it.
Right.
But it just seems.
Well, it's also something that it's one of those examples that Congress gets away with stuff that you can't do in the outside world. There are nepotism laws in corporations like CBS and in governments for the most part, and there are in Congress. You can't hire these people to be on your congressional staff, but you can hire as many as you want to be on your campaign staff.
In 1989, Congress passed the Ethics Reform Act to sort of deal with some of these problems.
Right.
But then the loophole was created.
Right.
These PACs, which essentially become slush funds, as you pointed out, to employ your family, to use private jets to fly anywhere. This is an open secret, but how pervasive is it?
Well, I think it's very pervasive. The thing is that not everybody does it. There are congressmen and people in the leadership that are very meticulous about not using it for their own personal benefit. But almost every member of Congress now has one of these leadership PACs, and the abuse is substantial and pretty widespread.
Do you think it'll change?
No. And that's really, I think, the point of our story. You know, we talk about the lack of bipartisanship and the inability to people to get together for over political differences. You have a permanent majority, a pretty large permanent majority in Congress that's against any kind of campaign reform or any kind of ethical reform. And there are 2 bills right now, very modest bills, to change some of this stuff. Neither one of them have co-sponsors, and will never get to the floor.
I know you did a lot of reporting and spoke with some of the top campaign finance watchdogs, including Peter Schweitzer at Stanford's Hoover Institute. What did we find happen in these last couple of weeks of the government shutdown? Was there a lot of money trading hands in these super PACs?
Absolutely. I mean, you won't know for a couple of months, but I know last month's statement, with these leadership PACs, contributors, lobbyists, special interest groups, they give a lot of money to the leaders, and then the leaders dole it out to people in their party they want to influence, that they like. So I read somewhere this last week there were millions and millions and millions of dollars handed out by the Republican leadership to various members, and my guess is we're going to find out that those went to people to try and influence their votes on the government shutdown.
So what do you see in their eyes when you walk up and say, "Hi, I'm Steve Kroft from 60 Minutes. I'd like to talk to you about your leadership PAC and your family"?
If I'm in the hallways with a camera crew, news travels fast.
we heard you were coming, Kroft, just this way.
Like, Steve Kroft is around. Let's keep the government shutdown going. No staffers up on the Hill. 60 Minutes is roaming around.
Hey, congratulations. 25 years at 60 Minutes.
Yep. Yeah. Long time.
Right out of high school, huh?
No, I wish.
Congratulations.
I was middle-aged when I got there.
It works. You can watch Steve's full report on Washington's open secrets Sunday night on 60 Minutes.